Good morning. Hi, everyone. I am Jameelah Stuckey from the Opportunity Project. And today we are going to talk about, wait for it, social awareness. Yay! So I'm going to start off by giving you the definition of social awareness. Social awareness is the ability to accurately recognize one's own emotions, thoughts, and values, and how they influence behavior. The ability to accurately assess one's strengths and limitations with a well-grounded sense of confidence, optimism, and a growth mindset. This definition is brought to us by Castle. So today we're going to talk about that. So my first question I have for you: can you recall someone doing an act of kindness that meant a lot to you? Let me think. Can I recall someone doing an act of kindness? Yes, I can. So I was really, really hungry one day and I couldn't go get food. And one of my friends bought me some food. That was an act of kindness, and that meant a lot to me. Next question. I told you what they did, but how did it make me feel? It made me feel so excited and happy and warm inside, and I wasn't hungry anymore. So it also made me feel full. Can you think of one? You can take some time now and pause if you would like and actually write down your response. Or you can just say it back to me in the TV. So, moving on from that, there are a few questions and a few things that we can all do to be more self-aware. So let's start first by self-assessing, which just means let me look at myself in a mirror, right? So if it says the ability to accurately recognize my own emotions, when I am upset, I know I'm upset. When I'm frustrated or irritated or happy, I know how I feel. So I'm going to ask a few questions and we are going to respond to them together. The first question is, what have you been missing most since the epidemic and the pandemic outside has began? I have been missing the most fun times with my friends. I love to dance and sing and go out, and I've been missing that a lot. Because you can't have too much fun if you're both 6 feet away with masks on, right? But that's one thing that I have been missing the most. What have you been missing the most? So the next question is, who have you been thinking about most during this time? So I am originally from California and I moved to Oklahoma. So I am missing my family the most. My family is all the way back in California. So I am missing them the most. Who are you missing the most? And who am I thinking about that I haven't thought about in a long time? Who am I thinking about that I haven't thought about in a long time? I am thinking about my grandmother. I have not thought about my grandmother in a long time because my grandmother is far away. She is gone, resting, and I have not thought about her in a while. But lately, I've been thinking about my grandmother. What special talents or gifts do you have that you can utilize to brighten up someone's day? Sometimes I think I'm pretty funny, but it could just be me. So maybe that wouldn't brighten up someone's day. I can call someone. Yes, that's what I'll do. I can call someone and tell them how I miss them and how I feel about them. And maybe that'll brighten up their day. Or I could FaceTime someone or be on my phone and use Google Duo or something else, some other form where I can see them face to face, kind of on the phone virtually, and talk to them. I think that is what I will do today. That would be a really nice gesture. What special or talent or gift do you have that you could utilize to brighten up someone's day? What types of actions and sentiments would you appreciate receiving from others in this moment? Oh my goodness, there's so much. Chocolate. Chocolate is the first thing that I would love to receive from someone. I love chocolate, and I think it would be a great gift to receive from someone during this time. However, that may be a little hard to do. But something else that I may want to receive from someone at this time is really just a phone call. If you just call someone, that could really brighten up their day and talk to them about their emotions. This is the first step of how you can become more socially aware. You have to improve your listening skills. So I can call someone and I can ask my friend Ruff here and say, Ruff, how are you feeling today? And then I can sit back, relax, and be quiet and just listen to how Ruff is feeling today. That is one step I can make towards being more socially aware. The next question, what kinds of things have been done for you since this pandemic began? Since the COVID outside and everything else and people being inside with these masks on their face, what is one thing that's been done for you since then? So one thing is that I am actually quarantining, but my sister quarantines with me sometimes as well. And so she cooked for me. Yay! And I love food, in case you haven't noticed by now. So her cooking for me meant a lot. And not only did she cook, she did the dishes. It was so exciting. It was an amazing time. I had so much fun, and I really, really appreciated that gesture. So that could be something maybe you can do for your parents. Maybe not cook. Maybe bring them a piece of fruit. Or maybe ask them if they want a glass of water. Maybe do something like that for them and see how that can change the way that they feel. So now we are going to turn all of these thoughts about what people can do, people can call, people can cook, people can FaceTime, all of these things, people can TikTok, right? People can whoa, right? All of these things that people can do, let's turn those thoughts into actions. So I have some questions for you, and I want you to think about it. So I want you to think about all your responses that you've had to all the many questions I have asked. And do you notice any patterns or themes? And if so, I want you to pick 3 patterns or themes that you've noticed. So for mine, I've noticed I like food. I noticed I like people calling me. And I've noticed that I like when people listen. So those are 3 kind of themes that I've liked and that I would like to be a part of. And so now I want you to make a list of people you would like to reach out to or do something kind for. So I have my people here, and we can add a little color to them if we like. And I will write down their names on here, or who they are to me, and what I would like to do for them. So if you are at home and you're following along, if you don't have people, I got these from the dollar store, they're $1. You can get paper, you can use an old piece of cardboard, or you can write them down mentally in your mind. I'm going to put Dad on this one. This is my dad. So I am going to call my dad today. I'm going to video chat my dad today, and I'm going to listen to his day. The next person is Mom. I am going to call my mom, and I am going to listen to my mom and all of her thoughts or feelings. And I'm going to ask her not only how she feels, but what is something I can do for her during this time that would brighten up her day. Then, after they tell me all about how they feel and what they would like for me to do and the things that they would like for me to do, I am going to think before I answer. So I am going to think about the many things that they would like for me to do, and I am going to see if it's something that I can actually do, and see if it's something that I actually want to do, and then I will respond by saying, yes, I can do that for you. I would love to. If that is going to brighten up your day, then I will do that for you. So my third person, who should my third person be? I think my third person should be me. Yay! You can be a person as well, that you can do something nice for yourself. So if you like fruit snacks, or if you like working out, or if you like watching Pokemon, then you can do one of those things for yourself and spend a little time alone with yourself, making yourself happy and brightening up your day, especially since the weather outside is a little gloomy today. So the next step that you're going to do after you get your 3 people, then you're going to decide how frequently, so how many times, how often you are going to reach out to these people, do things for these people, and listen to the things that they have said to you. Once you get all of that together, then you're going to put these thoughts into actions. You are going to start doing this. This week, you are going to reach out to these people, or they could already be in your home, and you can ask them, what's something I can do to brighten up your day? Or you can simply just ask them, how do you feel today? And then listen to how they feel today. Think before you answer. And then you are going to identify what emotions you think they may be feeling. So if they walk into the house and they're grumpy and stomping and upset and faces all smushed together like this, would you say they were happy or angry? I think they may be a little angry, a little mad. And so I may say, are you okay? Is everything okay? Are you angry today or upset today? How can I help? What can I do to brighten up your day? Or another thing that you can do, instead of trying to identify what emotion they may have, because sometimes your emotions are not as easily identifiable. So sometimes I could sit here and I could be looking out the window and look very pleasant. And in my mind, I could be thinking about all these different things and being upset or being irritated or frustrated about something. And to you, it may look like I am happy and at peace and well. But to me, I am not any of those things. So the best thing for you to do would be to ask me. Yes, would be to ask me, how are you feeling today, Miss J? Are you okay? Is there something I can do to help you or to brighten up your day? And then the last thing that you are going to do is you are going to pay close attention to the interactions, the conversations, the way that you play with these other people, whether they're your guardians or they're your siblings or they're your toys or anything. You are going to pay attention to your interactions that you have with them. And if for some reason there's a person who talks a whole lot all the time, me, and for whatever reason that day they're not talking at all, then that would be a cue for you or a great time for you to ask them, how are you feeling today? So what we are going to do after we have our people, we have our steps that we're going to take for them to do. We're going to start delivering joy, delivering happiness. And how we are going to do this in this pandemic time, maybe it's simple as calling them, or if you live in an apartment complex where there's lots of doors, maybe you could write a note and you could slide it under their door and you could go back into your home. Make sure you wear your gloves and your mask. or you can do other things. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to think about a time where someone has done something nice for you and you appreciated it very much, and then tell me how you responded to that person. Did you say, thank you, I really needed that? Or were you still a little irritated and so you didn't respond at all? Or was it something, maybe they gave you something that you didn't even like and they didn't even know that you didn't like it? For instance, my sister hates chocolate. I love chocolate. So if I was going to brighten up her day, would I give her chocolate? No, I would not. I would buy her something that she liked and she enjoyed. And I would make sure that I gave it to her and that I sat back and I listened to what she had to say to me. And then after I do all of that and I am becoming more socially aware of everything and everyone around me, then I will start to think about internally, what can I do to continually help them in making their day better? Or what would I like for someone else to do for me to help me make my day better? So with all of these things and all of these different ways to do it, if you really enjoy this activity and you think it's something that you may actually want to try or do with your friends or your family, then I would invite you to consider something you can continue to exercise or give or deliver even after this pandemic is over. Like when we can all go back to school, yay, school, or when we can all go back outside and play and have fun and touch each other again. Once we get to that point, what can I do to continually help people, can continually make their day a little more brighter and a little more special? So I encourage you to find ways to either write these things down somewhere, keep them in your notes in your phone, invite you to do a lot of different things. Maybe you can even put them on index cards or some kind of paper so that you can remember who you want to do it for, what you want to do for them, when you're going to do it, how often you're going to do it. And after you do all of that, I invite you to sit back and reflect or think about, how did that make me feel when I helped someone else? When I made someone else's day a little more brighter? And then the second part of this definition says, you have the ability to accurately, so that's correctly, assess your own strength and limitations. So this is where I am thinking about something before I answer it. So someone may say, I want you to build me a house. I really like houses, and I think that's something you can do for me to brighten up my day. I will sit back and think and say, let me assess my strengths and my limitations. Let me assess something I'm really, really good at versus something that I'm not the greatest at. For instance, I do not know how to build. I am not a builder. I'm not an architect. I am not any of these things. So I can't build the house for them. But what I can do is I can give them something to put in their house once they get it. That'll be a nice gesture. I can buy them a plant, or I can buy them Tupperware, something to like store their food in. I can buy a lunch pail. I can buy a coloring book. I can do all these different things. And that is also being socially aware, because I am being aware of my own strengths and limitations, my own assets and liabilities, my own positive things and things I'm really, really good at and things I'm not the best at. So the goal is to make someone's day brighter, but within an understanding around what you can do to make it better. Just because they want it does not mean that you can do it. And that may make somebody's day worse, right? If you say, I'll build you that house, sure, no problem. And then they're waiting for their house and they get there and you haven't built it because you don't know how to. That's not one of your strengths. So I invite you to always go back to this definition of what it means to be socially aware and how you can play a role in this. Another part of this definition says that you are grounded, you have a grounded sense of confidence and optimism. What does it mean to be confident? Does it mean to say, I'm the best at everything and no one is better than me? Or is it, I'm pretty confident that I can build that home because that's what I do. I've been building homes for a long time now. I'm pretty sure I can. So there's a difference between I can do it and no one can do it better than me, and I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to build that home for you because that's what I do. The other part says a growth mindset. What does it mean to have a growth mindset? These words are so big. What do they mean? So let's think about a plant. So this is a flower, and a flower grows. If you do not take care of your flower dies, and it's all crunchy and crumbly. Poor flower. So there's a difference between this flower and this flower. So we want to be more like this flower, which means that we want to always be adding things and adding positive things and subtracting negative things. In other words, if there is something I can do to make someone else's day brighter, I want to do that. I want to add that to my life. But if there is something else that I can do, and it may make a person's day worse, or it may make my day terrible, I'm going to subtract that away. Because the goal is to continually grow, to continue to learn. That is a really, really great way to grow, is to learn, like in school. I can read more books. I can do more math. Maybe not math, but I can read more books and I can do more science. And if you like math, do more math. Or I can get really, really good at these video games and I can make it to all the levels and unlock all the doors and slay the dragon at the end and win the game. Or I can catch lots and lots of Pokemon and I can do Pokemon battles. There's lots of different ways for us to grow and develop, but the goal is to always be like this or move towards this and away from this. We don't want to end up shriveled and crunchy and dead. We want to continue to grow and blossom. So, in conclusion and in closing, I want to go over everything that we've learned about social awareness. Social awareness is the ability to accurately recognize one's own emotions, thoughts, and feelings. I'm feeling happy today. I recognize that. And how they influence behavior. Because I'm feeling happy, I may skip, I may jump, I may smile more. That is influencing my behavior. It is also the ability to accurately, correctly assess one's strengths and limitations with a well-grounded sense of confidence. So, yes, I can build the house for you because I am an architect and I am confident in my skill set. Or, no, I can't build a house for you because I'm not an architect and I'm not confident in my skill set. Maybe I can do something else for you. Let's revisit the 4 ways that we can become more socially aware. First thing is to improve your listening. I can do more of this and less of this. The second way, identify others' emotions. You look kind of sad today, bruh. Are you okay? That's me identifying his emotions. The last thing I'm going to do is think before I answer, and then pay close attention to any interactions that I have with anyone and everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you were able to be more socially aware. So think about how you can show your classmates or siblings support and how you can brighten up someone's day. Thank you for listening. I hope you be more socially aware. Bye. Until next time.